Hello, 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 Larry here, and welcome to the very first episode of my new Raft series. And I've been waiting to play this game. I checked it out about a year ago, and I'm just like, to me, it just wasn't ready yet. But now, I've been playing it for the past week and a half, and I am so happy to share this with everybody. To me, this definitely has to rank in my top 10, top 12 of video games, and then probably top 3 in my survival games that I love playing. And I tell you what, this is just fabulous. So let's go ahead and get this party rocking here. Now, just so you know, for anybody that gets into motion sickness, you could have an issue with playing this game. But let me show you, once this thing loads in, what you can do. And can really help if you get nauseous watching a game like this. So go over into settings, and right here where it shows motion sickness, it pretty much mellows the waves out. So yeah, go ahead and set that and life will be good. Now, this game doesn't really tell you how to play. So what we need to do, and I've watched so many videos, and people are like, oh, you have to make this first, and you have to do this first, and you have to do that. And to me, it's like, oh my God, you people are giving me a headache. Well, for anybody that's watched any of my stuff, I kind of get kind of loony on what I do and take things out to a little bit more of extreme. So we need to protect these 4 little squares. Unlike regular video games where the game focuses on you, the world centers around you, the world in this game centers around these 4 little squares. There are 4 original squares of the game. So, can you lose them? Yes, you can destroy them. It's no big deal. But if you lose them, and when I mean lose them, is if you jump off the raft and it floats away and it gets more than 2,000 meters away from you, anything past 2,000 meters despawns. So if you're sitting on an island being all, hunky-dory relaxed, trying to figure out what your next move is, once that raft gets 2,000 meters away, it despawns and you're up a creek. You're just sitting there in the water. So what we want to do first is we have to deal with a shark. Is click over here for weapons, and let's go ahead and build our jabby stick here. So now if the raft, when the shark shows up, which they've affectionately called Bruce, if Bruce shows up and starts gnawing on one of the corners, then we can defend ourselves. So that's the first thing we want to do. Now, we do have to worry about food and water. But since our raft is so small, if I built anything on it right now, the chances that Bruce can destroy it is too great. So we have to expand the raft just a little bit in size. Now, that's what we're going to do next. But in order to build one of these little square pieces, we have to have plank and we have to have pieces of plastic. So we want to grab as much plastic and wood planks so we can get our hands on. Now, if you miss an item, instead of trying to haul back an empty hook, all you have to do is hit the right mouse button and it will immediately bring it right back to you. So that's just a nice, easy tip for you. So you don't have to waste your time and miss out on grabbing items. And at the very beginning of the game, you basically want to snag everything you possibly can. And unfortunately, this game does not have a pause button. So it's like, ugh. Now, what we want to do is we want to build this build hammer, and we need 3 rope, and we got it, which is good. Oop. See if we can grab it this time. Okay, life is good. Now we got this other crate coming up, or excuse me, the barrel. Now, if you notice, we're on a, looks like on a collision course to that island. Now, that could be a bad thing, because if we don't have a paddle, we would be stuck there permanently. So we have to worry about that. And Bruce is doing his first attack, and I have to hit him 3 times to get him to release. Now, notice he kind of jacked my raft up. So, what we need to do is... Ooh, I built 2 pointy sticks, and I shouldn't have. What I meant to do is build one of those. So we kind of wasted materials there. Okay, we repaired it, which is good. Now, this is about ready to break. You always want to make sure we have... Yeah, see, it just broke on me. Life is not going good right now. We are going to be stuck with this island. So, what we need to do... Okay, we've got 7 planks and plastic. Go over here to the sail. What does this paddle take? Okay. It looks like we can build the paddle, and it does look like we can build the hook, which is good. That means we're going to be able to get away from here. Now, since we're somewhat stuck here, or at least we think we are, I'm going to jump off real quick and take a look. And it doesn't look like there's anything good here, which is a bummer. Try to get up here. And if we can get up here... Oh, come on. Let me up. What I'm hoping for is we might be able to find a pineapple. And we did. So that's food. Aha. And we got a couple watermelons. Life is good. So that is going to make things go a little bit easier for us. Now, Shark's not around. So what we can do is, we're going to sneak over here real quick. See how we got stuff down there in the bottom? Uh-oh. Raft is going to go away. Oh, I wanted to grab that stuff down the bottom. But it's going to be mean, so we better not. Anyway, let's go up here and see where it says the food purifier. The simple purifier. We need to get some planks so we can get some water going. So, it still has us hung up. I better not risk it. I don't want us dying. So let's grab some of the stuff that we can on our way out of here. Now the cool thing is since I do have this paddle, I can get as close to stuff and grab it. But we want those barrels. We got to get to those barrels. Come on. Let us get to the barrels. We really, 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 really want these barrels, especially that square one. That square one is going to give us some good loot. Come on. Let me have you. There we go. We got that one. It didn't give us as good a stuff as we wanted, but Come on. Let me overtake you. There we go. Not as much stuff as what we wanted, but hey, I bet you we can make something now. And we can. We can craft the purifier, which is good. And the simple grill we won't be able to make, which is a bummer. But it is what it is. So, we need to get some of this wood so we can expand on the raft. And, we need to get out to the debris field. Because if we don't get out in the debris field, we're going to starve for items. And that's what we don't want to happen. You see the debris field? We want to be in the debris field so we can keep on collecting. And Bruce is being annoying, which that's his whole point in this game, is to annoy us. Aha. We didn't get anything decent, but didn't get anything really pathetic. But we need to expand the raft. If we don't get this raft expanded, we're going to be in trouble. Oh, and see that little raft out there? Way out there in the distance? They usually have really cool items on it, like bolts and nails. And they could have food. They could have all sorts of stuff. So when you have the chance, you definitely want to snag one of those things if you can. Now, let's see if we can build onto the raft. We can put a couple items. And we're out of wood again. Being out of wood is bad. Now, what we want to do is we want to get this built to a 3x3 if we can. That would be ideal because then it'll be tough for Bruce to tear apart our items. Because when I put the water purifier down, if the water purifier is on one of the things that he attacks and breaks it, it will destroy the water purifier. So that is not good. And now if you notice, my water is slowly going down. Soon it'll affect my vision, which would be bad. And then I'll start moving slower and slower, which would be even worse. So we're going to have to get something built here very quickly because the water is really important and it takes a few minutes for it to generate. Okay, let's see if we can do this. And let's go ahead and we're going to put that right here. And we're going to put one piece of lumber in there. And we also need a cup. I have enough plastic, but not much. So we're able to make that. And now, boom, we have that going. So life is good. Yeah, notice I'm coughing. It's just like, no. Okay, now we definitely want to get onto that island over there. If we can, we want to, because there's going to be a chest on that island. And I know it because I played the game enough to where that island right there, that left peak, has a chest on it. Because there's like maybe a dozen or two different types of islands in the game. And After that, they all pretty much are the same. Okay, we got water there. We drank it. It's happy. Got to take some more. Fill it up in there. Oh, and I accidentally drank seawater. That's bad. I shouldn't have done that. But it is what it is. Hopefully we will get some water that's going to pop soon to fix my mistake. Let's see if we can get beached over here. Notice my vision is starting to go. It's like, oh no. But what I can do is I can eat this. I forgot I had the pineapple. That gave me some. Now, watch what happens when I eat the watermelon. It should fix us. I'm going to see if I can get us beached over here. Because like I said, I like to get into that chest if I can. It's not going to allow us to get beached. What a bummer. Oops. Oh no. Bruce is like, I have you now. Okay, we just ate some more watermelon. Life is good. And we can add a piece to our raft. Because Bruce yanked off a piece. He was a jerk. Now let's see if we can get this grill going. And we can. So let's go ahead and construct that. And we will put it. Really? Won't let me put it any closer. Okay. So we have that right there. We'll throw in a couple planks and we will toss a potato on it. And that potato will actually last just a short time, but it's a whole lot better than eating a raw potato. If you can, do not ever eat raw stuff. If you can help it. It won't hurt you, but you want all the most nutrition, I should say, that you can get out of your food. And you get a penalty for eating raw food. Now, it doesn't hurt you. You just don't get as much out of the food. That's the penalty. So you can either get some nutrition out of being cooked or literally nothing. That's how bad it is. And to me, I wish they would balance it a little bit better, but you know, they don't listen to me. I'm not a part of the payroll. Okay. Let's get some of this stuff up in the hot bar because up in the storage area. Got that. Okay, let's grab the potato. Let's eat it. See? We got a little bit of a kick there. And there we go. This is the one bummer part of this game is when the seas are crazy. It's so much harder to snag things out of the water. But if you can grab the stuff as it comes right next to your raft. Ooh, we got a whale. Hi, Mr. Whale. Oh, and just so you know, you can jump on the whale's back. But just remember, you lose your raft and game over. Ooh. Come on. Let me have it. Here we go. And now it says I can make the antenna, which is not too bad. Okay, we need another hook. So go over here to the hooks and boom, we have another hook. Now you don't ever want to run out of the hooks, because if you run out of these throwing hooks, then you have to grab stuff by hand. That means you'd have to swim out to it. And if you swim out to it, that means you might have to play with Bruce. And Bruce is kind of toothy, and he doesn't play well. So be very careful. Now, I already know I don't need to save these, so I'm just going to get rid of them, because I want room in my inventory so I can keep grabbing stuff. And Bruce is yanking, chewing on our raft, which, stop it. There you go. And can I reach that? Yay. And we must repair. Oh, we want those. There we go. Oh. Now, hopefully, I gotta check out our inventory level. See if I can catch these things first, because we need to get the sail. Because if we can get the sail built, then it will allow us to motivate around the water a lot faster. Okay, and to do that, let's see, let's get this food cooked. Let's drink this water first. Got priorities. This game will keep you busier, and that's the one thing you have to get used to, is if you're used to really slow pace, the game will slow down as you progress, but at the very beginning, you're like so busy trying to get things going that it's So, sail. Click on sail. We can build it right now, so we're going to. So, we have that. I'm going to grab that. Let's see if I can get some more wood. I need to expand the raft a little bit, because I want to put the sail on. And it takes wood and plastic to build these little foundations that we have for the raft. And you're going to find that majority of the time, you're going to be short plastic. I know a lot of people say, oh no, wood's the hardest. I've always had problems keeping the plastic, because you can control how many walls that you build and all that. But everything else, I don't know. To me, plastic's always the hardest. Okay, so now we have that. But we still need to keep getting stuff. And we want that barrel. Food is still an issue for us. And until we have food that is continuous for us, we're going to be in trouble. So we need to expand the raft a little bit more, but we also need to start expanding our knowledge. So the one thing that we need to get done is we need to do the research table. And the research table is going to allow us to get nets. And once we get the nets, then they're going to basically auto-collect stuff in the debris field for us. And it makes your life a whole lot easier than having to keep throwing this hook like crazy, like a madman. So we do want to get those things started as quickly as possible. But we need to grow the raft. And we can build it out a couple more, which is fine. If I can, I want to build it one more. Okay, now I'm out of plastic, and that's a bad thing. You never want to be out of plastic. Because when we're like this at the very beginning of the game, we have to worry about our hook. And if our hook breaks, which it will, because every time I use it, we lose durability, we have to make sure we have another one ready for us. And I think I have enough. And I know people are probably like, Larry, eat. You need to eat. And it's like, I know. Bruce, leave me alone. Now, if you notice, Bruce is slowly getting hurt. And the great thing is soon Bruce will die. Now, if Bruce dies, then we can get 3 big monster chunks of meat from him. Or, 4 monster chunks. And that would be nice. I hate it when I miss. There we go. But these barrels are... Ooh, and this thing. This is part of the expansion, and it's an improved chest. Which, ooh, we got raw beets. Okay, life is good. Now, let's see. Let's go ahead and build us another hook. So life is good there. I mean, it was perfect. We broke the hook on that last crate. Okay, there. Okay, life is good. Now, I have not dropped the sail yet because I wanted to get a couple other things done. So, now we're going to go into, and we are going to build our research table. We're going to craft that up, and we're going to put that right here. And we're going to grab a few more items. And what we're going to hope for is we're going to hope for either potatoes or beets from these barrels. Because we are going to start growing food now. So we don't have to keep on relying on these stupid barrels. Because once we can be self-sufficient, then our chances of surviving jump immensely. So, what we're going to want to do is we are going to build a small, and it's right here. Click over here in the food icon. See this small crop thingy? Let's go ahead and build it. And we're going to put it right under the table. Right there. Now, the great thing is potatoes will grow there, and so will beets. We don't need seeds for them. So it is the best beginning food we can have. Now let's get some water. Life is good. People are probably watching the video going, this thing's too busy. I'd rather just watch it than play it because this is just too many things are going on. And it's not really that bad. It truly isn't. It's just you can go at your own pace. And I get a little frazzled because it's like there's so many things I want to do so fast that, I get to be kind of a pain. Now, I'm going to go ahead and plant those 2 potatoes, and I'm going to also plant the beet. Now, we have to water it, but I got to grab this barrel first. Ooh, let's see if we can chase after. I'm going to drop this sail. I'm going to see if we can chase after that thing. I don't know which. Oh! That was almost a bad thing. Okay. Food-wise, we got to eat. If we don't eat, we're going to be in trouble. So I'm going to eat this cooked potato. That should help us out. And I'm going to eat this watermelon. And that should also help out as well. Now, it looks like we are getting closer to... Bruce, knock it off. I'm talking. Oops. No, Bruce, you jerk. Okay. What I have to do is I have to get on top of this raft. So, and it's going to immediately start sinking once I get on top. And then I grab that chest and bam, see, it goes away. Ooh, and we got a recipe. So that's a good thing. What recipe did we get? Ooh, vegetable soup. Okay. There is what they call a blender, a blender in the game. And you can make smoothies and all that other fun stuff, which helps on your food. So, and it's great buff food. So, we were growing stuff. Now, in order to grow it, we have to water it. So, there we go. Now, when you are this new in the game, you have to start prioritizing what you want to get done. And food and water, always the priority. Now, when you run across these little gifts like this, basically just put them on your hotbar and left click on the mouse button, keep it down, and it'll open the package for you. And that's all this stuff down here. The more they get some really cool things going. So, it's up to you. And when I say you get cool things going, furniture, torches, all the really cool things that make crafting in this game a lot more fun. And where you can really start to customize your boats. Or I should say rafts. I should get it right. It's like, don't call them boats. They're rafts. I'm going to turn this a little bit. Now, if I can get us wedged against the island so we can explore it, that's what I'm going to do. I don't have stones to where I can build an acre, and that's a bad thing. But if I can get us wedged in using the sail, then that's what I'm going to do. Because if I can find more stuff... Okay, are we going to stay put? I think we are. Okay. Let's see what we can find here. What we're looking for is any chests. Okay, that's a pineapple. Pineapples are good. That's more food for us. Now, let's see if we can find any watermelons. Now, if you find a chest, that would be glorious. Because just like that raft that we were just on, those same type of chests are here, and you can get all sorts of cool stuff. See, now here wasn't too bad. We managed to pick up 2 pineapples, and we picked up 2 watermelons. So, That helped us on our food, which is not too bad. So let's go ahead and we're going to eat our water or eat our pineapples, which will help us out. And let's go ahead and eat this cooked beet. And we still have more beets that we can cook. Potatoes do better, I think. I could be wrong. But this is the very beginning of Raft, and this is how we first start out the game. Once you get used to this, life gets so much easier. But we have to progress. And that we will do in the next episode. So, hopefully you enjoyed the very first episode of the series. If you did, please, hit like, let everybody know about it. And of course, subscribe. Hopefully you're having a good evening, good morning, good afternoon. And I will talk to you in the very next episode. Bye.